Our next contestant is number 5. It is NGO NHAT MINH from Dinh Bang Secondary School.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is NGO NHAT MINH. I'm a student in Class 8A at Dinh Bang Secondary School. I'm very glad to see you all in this English-speaking contest today. As you all know, after 10 years implementing the National Target Program on creating a new rural, Vietnam rural areas have changed completely, both appearance and life quality. So, do you know what are the factors contributing to this development? As a matter of fact, there's no denying the important role and judicious guideline of Vietnam governments made rural lives develop quickly. And now, I would like to tell you about some outstanding activities of the leaders and presidents in this innovative relationship. Firstly, it is essential to develop socio-economic infrastructure. During the 2010-2016 period, Vietnam government's focused on upgrading, expanding, and built new infrastructure in the countryside, and has achieved good results. More specifically, the transportation system not only has met the people's need of traveling, but also helped to improve the community circulation. The schools and medical are specially renovated, and the overcrowding of the number of students in classes, as well as patients in hospitals. Most of the villages have its own culture houses, which meets the lowest living requirements. In general, the infrastructure in the countryside has developed relatively synchronously, contributing to promote economic growth in rural areas. Now, we will move on to the next point. The second factor is the importance of structural transformation, economic development, and income improvement. Thanks to state policies, more and more domestic and foreign companies invested in science and technology to develop production in rural areas. Therefore, the products and labor productivity are increasing. The shift of economic structure from agricultural production to the development of industry, trade, and services, which has also helped to improve living standards and raise incomes for local people. And finally, it is the key to renew the education, medicine, culture, and environment. The government spent a large amount of money on this plan. Besides, local leaders and individuals maintain these guidelines actively. Along with the investment in the teaching equipment is the innovation process in the teaching method. The effectiveness of education has been improved considerably. Moreover, taking care and protecting the community's health in rural areas have been clearly enhanced. The equipment as well as the professional levels of doctors who are well qualified to take care of people's health right from the grassroots. Furthermore, their cultural spiritual life has changed drastically. The rural people have changed strongly. They have conditions to increase the level of enjoyment, and their cultural life is getting more and more in order. There's another change that can't help mentioning. It's the green, clean, and beautiful environment. Most of the countrysides have a clean water system and a waste collecting system, ensuring the process of protecting the environment. So, life quality in the countryside is getting better and better. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Tu Son, a rural area located in the north of Hanoi capital, has had major transforming steps after 10 years. Agricultural production dropped tremendously, and instead of that is industry, small industry, and services. There have been many industrial areas such as Tu Son Industrial Zone, VCU Industrial Zone, and Dinh Bang Multi-Vocational Industrial Zone. Furthermore, the strong development of craft villages such as mechanical production in Châu Khê and joinery in Dong Kinh. Services has also played an important role in raising the local people's income, such as commercial service of zone market and those temple tours. For all the reasons, life in the countryside has changed rapidly and is getting better and better. With all results achieved, Tu Son has become a provincial city in the near future. The achievements of Tu Son in particular and Vietnam rural areas in general have proved the government's leadership to be once again excellent. We have achieved this progress and success in every aspect of life thanks to a combination of all leaders and residents in our country. That's all about my presentation today. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.
That was a really good performance.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is NGO NHAT MINH, and what's your name?
Bahati. Bibi, you call me Bibi. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you, Bibi.
So, how would you say about Bugning, not about Tucson, Bugning developed in the last 10 years?
Thank you for your question. I like it very much. In my opinion, Bangning in the last 10 years have three major developments.
Okay.
Firstly is the economic structure development, income improvement, and secondly is the renewal of education, medicine, and culture.
Okay.
Thirdly is the infrastructure. The infrastructure in the countryside has developed very much.
So what are the advantages of the rapid economic growth of countryside?
Thank you for your question. In my opinion, I think that the economy has major advantages, such as better job opportunities, higher quality services, and also much more entertainment activities. Not only that, life in the countryside has developing to nearly as equal as life in the city, while life in the cities have some drawbacks, such as air pollution and traffic jams.
So, if you are president of Vietnam in the future, what will you do to Bang Ninh or all the countryside around Vietnam?
Thank you very much for the question. I think that it's very interesting. Yeah. If I was the president of Vietnam, then firstly, I would create conditions for companies to develop and help to improve production in rural areas. Secondly, I would invest more in rural areas to help improve the living standards of rural areas, as well as improving their cultural spiritual life.
I know that's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well done on your speech, young man. That was excellent. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good today, sir.
You look like you're feeling very good today. I have one question for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Good. What is your understanding or definition of social economic infrastructure?
Thank you for the question. I think that economic structure development is, firstly, the infrastructure is getting better, such as in schools, they are being renovated spaciously. Or in medical, the equipment is getting better so that the doctors can cure the people's health better. Not only that, there have been many culture houses in rural areas. So people can have meetings there or express their ideas to the government.
Thank you so much for your time, young man. On to the next.
Thank you.
We are not done yet.
Sorry.
Very good speech, very good, very well presented.
Thank you.
A lot of confidence. I like that you think before you answer. Very good job. My question to you, Nhat Minh, so you touched the topic of the government doing such an amazing job of industrializing the countryside.
Yes.
So I used to live, 2 years ago, I used to live in Shanghai, in Tucson.
Yes, I know
and,
that.
And I moved to Bang Ninh City. And I often come and visit Shanghai. And the family I used to live next door to, when I came back the one day, everything was changed. Everything was different. And the family told me that they had no input or no say in this industrialization. Everything changed around them, but they had no say. What is your opinion regarding that?
Thank you for the question. I think that the government's... sorry, can you repeat the question once again, please?
Okay, I want to know, what is your opinion? Should the people have a say in whether industrialization should take place in their community?
Thank you for the question. I think that industrialization should take place because not only it helps to improve the living standards, raises income for them, but also help to make their cultural spiritual life become better too, such as they have more conditions to increase the level of enjoyment and their life is getting more and more in order.
Okay, and do you think the government is taking the necessary precautions for pollution in those communities after they have industrialized it?
Thank you for your question. It's definitely that the government have some precautions because no nations want to have pollution or traffic jams or any problem like that in the country. I think that the governments have had some solutions, such as have a clean water system and a waste collecting system, ensuring the process of protecting the environment.
Okay. Do you think they should just eradicate countryside completely?
I think that they shouldn't, because they should keep the beauties of, such as craft villages or traditional dance or traditional games or festivals.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ming.